I think the first one that really kind of lit a fire under me.
Is that what you were going to say? Oh. Jinx.
I don't think I'd be the guitar player I am today if I didn't come home from school every day and just jam along with that record.
Early album that I was obsessed with was Coheed and Cambria, Burning Star 4. Yeah.
I was obsessed with Linkin Park, Meteora. I would read through the CD booklet, and I found myself like seeing like the companies they thanked, and going, and I was like, "What's this company? Oh, it's a clothing company. Cool. I want some of those clothes. I want to look like Chester. I want flame tattoos."
And then he did it.
I was in
Look
deep.
at
I
him.
have 0 tattoos and look nothing like Chester Bennington, but absolute hero of mine.
Oh.
Since we're on the topic of Can't Stop, I remember when we were making that record, I was listening to Out of the Vein by Third Eye Blind, like on repeat. And I don't know if it influenced the record at all, but it was just like, I needed something to take my mind away from what we were working on, and that record was like a little comfort zone for me. So
I think the first thing that came to my mind was Transatlanticism by Death Cab for Cutie. Very integral part of like high school years for me.
Album that I was obsessed with when I was young.
I'm going to say Clarity by Jimmy Eat World. I must have listened to that album at least twice. No,
Yeah.
like way more, like so many times.
If I go way back, Green Day Dookie.
Yeah.
You know what? That album, when it came out, I must have been 14, because it came out in 93?
Yes, 94.
So I was
Same
15
year
years
as
old.
Smashed by Offspring. I'm going to claim that one too.
Oh, yeah.
Obsessed.
Green Day Dookie, I mean, it was like, I took that and I owned that record. I was like, that is my record. And my friends that weren't into pop punk or skateboarding that liked it, I was like, you're not allowed to like it. This is my record.
Yeah.
I was really gatekeeper.
Sure.
It's the worst. But we all do it at some point.
For me, a formative record for me was definitely Dinosaur Jr., Where You Been, and My Bloody Valentine's Loveless were both my two top, like, CD player on the bus going to school, the same two CDs every morning.
And then I'll say Green Day Dookie. You know, that's one that kind of like transcended and got me really into pop punk. And actually MXPX Life in general. Being a drummer, I still to this day can't even keep up with Yuri's drumming on that record, and it's such like a classic for me.
Is a Real Boy. Is that what you were going to say? Oh. Jinx.
Okay, Stay What You Are saves the day, which they're playing. It was very exciting.
That's playing this festival?
I think.
We'll go Fall Out Boy Greatest Hits.
The Greatest Hits album.
Do they have a Greatest Hits?
No, but that's what they're playing. They're playing Greatest Hits.
We'll go down the line. Spencer, what was a formative album to you?
Deftones' White Pony.
Mine would have been Jimmy Eat World, Bleed American, which they renamed, or Oasis, What's the Story, Morning Glory.
Yeah, I think for me, probably it would be a tie between Great Southern Trendkill, Pantera, and Demanufacture, Fear Factory.
An album I listened to when I was younger that made a huge impact on me was Under My Skin by Avril Lavigne. The songwriting, the angst, the production, her soaring vocals, the belting, everything. It like awakened something in me where I was like, I want to be that kind of artist.
Enema of the State.
There's, I mean, so many of the albums that are being played here today mean so much to me, and I'm sure all of us. I think Jimmy Eat World, Bleed American has to be my top. That's one of my favorite bands of all time, and just absolutely love that album. Never seen them play it in full, so very excited to watch that today.
Saves the Day. Stay What You Are be awesome. Through Being Cool. It was also one that really got me into this type of music, so that band in particular.
Yeah. Finch, What It Is to Burn. Massive album for me.
Saves the Day, Through Being Cool. Huge album for me.
And me too.
When I was young, so long ago, my formative album that changed everything for me was an album called Jersey's Best Dancers by Lifetime. First time I heard punk rock and emo mixed together, and that record changed my life.
There's so many answers for this. You know, I guess there's everything from Godspeed You Black Emperor's first record, F Sharp, A Sharp, Infinity, to Cursive's Domestica. We listen to that all the time. But the record that really, really floored me when we were starting Thursday was this band called You and I, and Saturday's Cab Ride Home. It was like that record was so huge for me. It really made me think I want to do this, and I want to make heavy music. I want it to be like just sound like it's coming from a dirty basement, you know. And that's how Thursday kind of started.
An album I was obsessed with as a teenager. The Get Up Kids, Something to Write Home About, was the one for me. Still one of my like top 5 albums of all time.
I spent a lot of time with Metallica's And Justice for All. I don't think I'd be the guitar player I am today if I didn't come home from school every day and just jam along with that record.
A really formative album for me was Stay What You Are by Saves the Day. They played it today and it was fucking amazing. I was so happy that I got to see it.
Damn, a formative one. It has to be that's being played today, just in general. I think the first one that really kind of lit a fire under me over like, this is cool, this is like a direction I'd like to go would be MXPX, Slowly Going the Way of the Buffalo.